Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am CC SLC Gamer, bringing you another video. And today, for today's topics, I want to talk to you guys about some backlashing for the designs for Shrek 5, which officially got its teaser trailer a few days ago. And it's been more than 24 hours since that teaser has been released, so I want to give you guys my thoughts on it. Also, we've also gotten our first look at Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart for the upcoming Lanterns show that's coming on HBO Max, I believe. Also, we've gotten some linked concept arts online for Avengers Doomsday, which Feige is really not happy about. But without further ado, let's get into this. So first off, I want to talk to you guys about an announcement that I forgot to put on my last video. It's about the new He-Man movie that officially got its casting and announced that it's going to be coming out in 2026. Now, for all of you old dads that probably grew up with this franchise, Masters of the Universe, I'm sure you will be happy to know that the movie is officially coming out. And we've also gotten the casting for He-Man and Territor. And it states that Nicholas Gallinson is the one who's going to be He-Man in this. And we even get this sick first look at the blade for He-Man. And let me see if I can find who is playing Territor. Or Skeletor. I'm not familiar with this franchise, so forgive me about that. Jared Leto is the one who's going to be voicing Skeletor. So, I do know that some people know of him as Morbius, but Morbius is no Masters of the Universe, so I'm sure that this will probably be a good choice. But we've also got, like, Camila Mendes, who's gonna be Tila. Idris Elba, known for voicing Knuckles, is Man-at-Arms. And Alyssa Brie will be Evil Lynn. So, got a really good lineup of cast members for this movie. And I'm sure my dad would probably have grown up with this franchise, and if I told him this, he would probably be excited to hear that they are making a movie for this, which would be interesting to see, but I would need to do some more insider knowledge about Masters of the Universe to get an idea of what the movie is about. But yeah, for all of you older dads or mothers that grew up watching Masters of the Universe, and this movie is officially coming out in 2026, so you'll have to give me your thoughts on it. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is we've gotten our final trailer for the Minecraft movie, and it seems like after these last two trailers that they've released for the film, it is really changing people's minds about what they thought of the designs for the movie. And I do know that there will eventually be still be some people who might not like the idea with Jack Black being Steve, but that was all in the past, and now that they've shown these trailers, getting more information about what they're going up against in the movie, I'm sure everything will be cool with Jack Black being Steve. Also, I am hoping that they do a really good job with the humor parts, because I do know at some parts in the final trailer, if you see my reaction, there are some parts in there that possibly bring some laughs, but I just need to see the movie and see how the humor keeps going on. But I am very excited, and that movie is coming out next month, So I'll probably have to give you guys my thoughts on it if I go and see it. Now, for our first look at the lanterns. So, we all know that James Gunn is officially working on so many projects for movies, shows, and video games. But I believe around the same time when Shrek 5 got its cast announcement, James Gunn revealed a first look at Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart for his upcoming show for HBO Max, Lanterns. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's this picture right here. I do know that ever since that 2011 Green Lantern movie came out, Green Lantern has never really been one of the most top favorite superheroes of the DC universe, but hopefully James Gunn and DC learned from those mistakes and are planning on making this a little bit better. Wasn't really considering Kyle Chandler to be Hal Jordan, because from this picture the guy looks a little bit more older than what Hal Jordan would really be in the comics. But Aaron Pryor, or hopefully I'm saying his last name right, but it seems like Aaron has a really good look to be Jon Stewart, and it is interesting to see the two main Green Lanterns being partners in this show. And I do believe that they did give us some background of what the show is going to be about. It's going to be about Hal and John investigating a murder mystery in Nebraska and seeing how the Green Lanterns are designed to protect Earth. This is a bit different from saving Earth from the more mystical threats. This is just a murder mystery of some sort, which is kind of a new angle, but I sure do hope that they make this show worth watching. And I also really want to see how they designed the suits for the Green Lanterns, because don't get me wrong, the picture they showed with Hal and John, that definitely shows them in their modern lives, but they did show the Green Lantern ring on Hal's finger, and I really want to see what the suits look like. Hopefully it's just not the same way they designed Ryan Reynolds' suit for Green Lantern. Next up, I want to talk to you guys about Spider-Man 4, because it seems like a few days ago they mentioned that they are going to be delaying the movie until the end of July, which they just said without no explanation at all. But some people are strategizing that the reason why they pushed the release date down to July 31st would be to not have it be in too much competition with the Odyssey, which I guess makes sense, because Odyssey will be getting released around July as well, and they're both starting with Tom Holland and Zendaya, so you definitely want to give those movies a really good gap to make sure that they aren't having too much of a competition if they get released during the same time. But hopefully it could just stay in July and they don't have to push it all the way to December. Now, Shrek 5. Okay, so I'm just gonna come clean with my decision. I do get that people don't like the design because they have changed it a little bit, because it's been 15 years since the last Shrek film was released, and I do know that there are a lot of backlashes on the designs. And watching these people talk about the designs, I am seeing their points, because you look at the design for Shrek in the original films, his eyes are a little bit wider from in his head and a little bit more oval shaped, whereas in this one, the eyes are a little bit closer like ours, and they're not quite shown as oval shaped. I get it. These designs take a lot to get used to, but with the technology for animation advancing over these years, you could see why it's like this. Even hearing so much negative feedback from the design for Fiona, because I don't really see why they're having too much complaints, because she basically looks the same as she did in the past movies, and her hair, it does have a little bit of a different design, but I don't see anything wrong with her face design. It looks like the same from the past 4 films, in my opinion. And we even got our first look at Felicia, Shrek's daughter, who was revealed to be voiced by Zendaya. And speaking about that, if you recall the tweet from, I believe his name's Time to Shine, he was the one that put the word out that Zendaya was in the talks to be having a role in this, but it seems like after that link got out, Universal and DreamWorks just got worried that the Scoopers know what they're planning, and they had to throw in this little teaser cast announcement for everyone. And that clearly shows that this design that they have right now is just an idea of what they want to do, but it's not finalized yet. So that's why there's probably so much negative feedback from the teaser. And even if you look at the video itself and see how much dislikes it's got, you can actually see why that came to be. It doesn't show on mine, but I do believe it's like 350,000 dislikes on this video right now, and I can't say I blame them, because the link like that gets public for everyone, and they hesitant on making something like this, and you could see their thoughts. But don't take it too hard, because they are giving us an idea of what the story's going to be about, and that just basically confirmed that Zendaya is actually going to be in the show. They're probably going to be bringing back Antonio and Barris as Poos. And also, we all know who Fergus and Farkle are going to be voiced by yet, so that is also something to think about as well. Even with that, there have been some talks about who could be the voices for Fergus and Farkle. If you say Tom Holland, I might have to disagree with you there, because Fergus and Farkle are brothers, and it seems like those roles should be voiced by friends. And one thought I had in mind for who could voice one of them could probably be Timothy Chalamet, because he is a good friend of Zendaya, and they have been friends throughout these Dune movies, so I could probably picture him maybe having a role, but we'll just need to see. Or if you think back to the Challengers film, maybe Mike Fass or Josh O'Connor could voice one of them. I don't know, just throwing out ideas on some people who could possibly be a role for Fergus and Farkle, but I'm sure if those links can stay quiet from the scoopers, I'm sure they won't be hesitant to show the designs that they have. And lastly, I want to talk to you guys about these concept arts that have been linked all through social media yesterday. So let me see if I can pull them up here. Yeah, here we go. I got a couple of them. So yesterday, these links for the concept art just popped out of nowhere, and let me tell you, Feige was not happy when these got released, because now there have been some rumors going around that they might end up delaying the movie until 2007. 2027, I mean. Because these links get published all over social media, and that kind of ruins the vibe that they're getting for making the film. And they have to go back and do some new designs for a script and what to do with the film. I won't be showing these pictures because I'm sure they'll probably just take my video down if I show them. But I will talk to you about what the descriptions show. We see one with the Young Avengers with Wong and Star-Lord. And that basically shows that the Young Avengers could possibly have some roles in this and maybe get introduced with each other during Doomsday and then have their own movie probably around the end of Secret Wars. And even in the middle between Wiccan, you can actually see Speed, the other son of Wanda and Vision. And he was mentioned in the Agatha show, but we didn't actually see the way how he is designed. But hopefully they don't just introduce him in the movie. I would probably want another season of Agatha to actually show the design for Speed first, and then bring him into Doomsday so we can get a better understanding of his personality. We've even gotten 2 concept arts for God Emperor Doom, who is the villain in this movie. You see him sitting on his throne with Doctor Strange as his servant, and Sue and Franklin Richards, who are on his left side and are probably going to be Doom's love interests in this movie. And I'm sure Reed will probably be mad at him for having them there. And the design for Doom in these concept arts do look really interesting, and kind of goes back to the way he is in the comics, with the white and the cosmic power type of thing, and even the way how he is in the Ultimate Alliance 3 game. So definitely going with a good design for Doom, and hopefully things don't escalate with filming, because I really do want this to get released next year, and hopefully they can give us more insider knowledge about who is gonna be in the movie, because I do know that they are probably not done with the script yet, and they're still figuring out, okay, who could actually be in this show, and then maybe still have an appearance in Secret Wars. So that is something to be considering about. But all in all, that's all I have for you guys here today. Comment down below what you think of these topics, and if you haven't already, go down there, hit the thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. See ya!